Good afternoon. Some major news today. 13 months after a single-car accident nearly cost him his right leg, Tiger Woods flew to Augusta, Georgia this morning, 1 week and 2 days out from the opening round of the 86th Masters tournament. As reported by Bob Herrig of Sports Illustrated, Woods is at Augusta National Golf Club right now to play a practice round and gauge whether he is fit to compete in the Masters next week. Woods arrived at the course Tuesday morning alongside his son Charlie, who was spotted hitting balls in the tournament practice area. Justin Thomas in attendance as well. We take a look at this Tiger Woods timeline involved in that accident last year in Los Angeles. In May of 2021, said post-crash that the injuries had been an entirely different animal in terms of his rehabilitation. Posted a 3-second video on November 21st, 2021 of him hitting that golf ball that set Twitter ablaze. Finished runner-up with his son Charlie at the PNC Championship in December, and of course on the grounds of Augusta National Golf Club today. Welcome back to Golf Today. Damon Hack alongside Eamon Lynch. And Eamon, we have been covering Tiger Woods for a long time. What do you make of this latest wrinkle in the life of a 15-time major champion?
There's a certain desperation among every golf fan to hope for the best in this kind of scenario, Damon, and we all want to see Tiger Woods teeing it up 9 days from now at Augusta National. And this is a new strategy for Tiger. We've been here before where we see this Hamlet routine of will he, won't he? And he's announced in 2016 and in 2017 he wasn't going to play the Masters, and in both cases he did so on the Friday preceding tournament week. This is the first time he's gone to Augusta to test if physically he can do it, to basically stress test his body and see if it can withstand the rigors of what is a notoriously hilly golf course, much less the rigors of actual tournament play, regardless of the terrain that he's on. So I think it's a huge leap that he's gone there to do that. But what I draw from this is that Tiger is in a position where he believes his swing is good enough to compete and potentially win. He's not going there to shoot a couple of 78s and head home on Friday night. That's not in Tiger Woods' wiring and makeup. He's going there thinking he can compete. The only question is, can the body do it? Because he clearly thinks that the swing can.
Yeah, we don't know if he's going to compete yet next week at the 86th Masters. We've been covering him for so long. Have you learned anything new about Tiger Woods in the last year? I mean, the conventional wisdom was at 46, you can't even do this. The body is too old. The back surgeries that he's had, the comebacks that he's continued to find a way, whether it's from injury or short game woes, to just win a 15th major and fifth green jacket. But it seems like even now, in 2022, we're learning something new about Tiger Woods.
Well, this is a tournament where we've previously seen a 46-year-old written off and been told that he's past it, he can't do it anymore. And that turned out to be perhaps one of the most iconic moments in the history of this game. Tiger Woods is clearly still Tiger Woods from the neck up, regardless of how compromised he has been over the years from the neck down in terms of his physical health. He is still very much Tiger Woods. And I still think if Tiger Woods' name appears on that leaderboard over the weekend, I still think it's enough to put fear in the guys around him. We saw that on the back nine Sunday in 2019 when there was just a plethora of guys in contention to win, and only one of them didn't blink. And it was the guy who had the least basis for that kind of confidence that week, because he'd been so physically out of it for so long. And, you know, he's no different. He's still Tiger Woods now. He still thinks he can win.
He is no different, but he also has Charlie kind of riding shotgun in this story. Kind of Tiger.
You think Charlie's egging him on?
I think so. I think that's part of this story, that Tiger has a renewed love of this game through his son and their time together in Orlando at the PNC Championship. And Tiger has always taken not just the long view in terms of his family and what his kids mean to him, but also the long view in terms of what he can do in his 40s and 50s. He is the one who brings up the names of Jack Nicklaus and Tom Watson, the greatest of all time, to continue to be successful in their later years. We are the ones, you know, the collective, we kind of putting constraints on what is possible. And Tiger just seems to be playing the long game, the slow game. Obviously, he needs good health to perform, but he's never seemed panicked about what might be possible 5 years from now, let alone 9 days from now.
Well, wouldn't that be the perfect poetic closing of the circle here with Tiger? He doesn't have anything to prove to himself, certainly doesn't have anything to prove to us, but it would be great if he thinks he has something to prove to his son, and that's the motivation that keeps him out there, because he's not out there at Augusta today for anything odd he might do on Sunday of next week.
You surprised that we're talking about this today?
If you'd asked me that several months ago, I would say no, but a lot of players have seen Tiger out working pretty hard at Medalist over the last couple of months. I'm not surprised, but, you know, when are you never surprised by Tiger at this point and the Masters? I'm not surprised. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
It would be a crushing disappointment if physically he decides that it's just too much stress on the body and he can't do it. And that's a decision I assume he'll clue people in on in the coming days. But it's just, we've got Tiger back at Augusta. That's, in a way, that's something we never thought we would have. If you go back 14 months ago, when it looked a much more grim situation, we would never have thought we were having even this conversation.
I keep hearing John Cook's voice, you know, careful, counting out Tiger Woods. I keep hearing Nota Begay's voice. I mean, Tiger Woods is a warrior. These are folks who have known him for 40 years in certain, 30 years in some cases, and they continue to see Tiger Woods as someone who is the ultimate outlier in terms of how he plays this game, but also how he is able to come back time and time again and surprise us even on a sleepy Tuesday in golf.
You think Charlie's trash talking him out there today?
Oh, you know he is. Part of the story. Tiger and Charlie kind of together again, but this time together at Augusta National. Who knows what it means for next week? A story we'll continue to follow